It took me 6 months to marry a rich and powerful tycoon, Sebastian. But afterward, he still refused to touch me. My heart grew cold. I was fed up and ready to file for divorce. But then, by pure chance, I overheard a conversation between him and his friends. Some guys have depraved sexual appetites, intense desires, but they suppress them because they're terrified of scaring their innocent little wives. I won't name names. Women can't resist temptation, Seb. If you keep playing the monk, your little wife is going to run off with someone else, and it'll be too late to cry about it. The man they were mocking just calmly took a sip of his whiskey. If I can't give it to her, maybe someone else can. I just need her to get that wild side out of her system and then come home. All his friends laughed. Don't be so generous. If you're really so great about it, stop crying in your secret account. My heart skipped a beat. I pulled out my phone and immediately opened Sebastian's secret account. I saw the pinned post. I finally married my high school sweetheart, but I have this intense desire I don't know how to handle without scaring her off. How can I get close to her without ruining everything? It was late, and the silence in the attic was deafening. I pulled out the tiny, sheer negligee I'd bought specifically for psychological warfare and marched toward Sebastian's wing of the mansion. Since the wedding, I'd used work as an excuse to move into the guest suite. If my calculations were correct, we hadn't had any physical contact in 2 weeks. Not a hug, not holding hands, nothing. Sebastian had just stepped out of the shower when I burst in. He gave me a perch on the edge of his bed, and the towel he was using to dry his hair froze in midair. "What are you doing here?" His tone wasn't gentle. It was professional, as if I were a client. I looked him up and down. I had to admit it, the bastard was built like a Greek god. Even the thick bathrobe couldn't hide his bulging pecs and the rigid definition of his abs beneath. He had that sharp, aristocratic nose and long, pianist's fingers. On paper, he was the perfect specimen. But for 6 months I hadn't been allowed to sample the merchandise. I didn't have time for games tonight. "I'm here to sleep with you, Sebastian." I didn't care what excuse he had. "I'm here because I really want to be with you tonight." Sebastian's expression wavered for a second. His eyes scanned my lingerie, his Adam's apple moving. "Okay," he said simply. "Just like that?" I was suspicious. He moved closer, looking unusually nervous. The only light came from a dim, ambient lamp on the nightstand. He lay down, and the scent of cold water and expensive soap enveloped me. My mind was already in the trash. My hand slid to his waist, feeling the warmth. Sebastian stiffened, froze. Then he slowly lowered his gaze. His voice was raspy in the darkness, strained. "Want me to help?" Before I could answer, he turned away, opened the nightstand drawer, and unlocked his celibacy kit. My excitement died instantly. I knew exactly what was coming. He was fulfilling his husbandly duties, but not with his body. He was treating me like a clinical case. It infuriated me. Every single time, his crotch was like Fort Knox, locked tight, wasted potential. Then I saw him pull out the latex thimbles. Thimbles. My face went dark. I yanked the box from his hand and threw it at his chest. "Help me? You're a stuck-up jerk. What do you think you can do that I can't figure out on my own?" I was screaming now, my voice shrill with sexual frustration. The dim light hid his expression. I could feel his coal black eyes burning into me, intense, hot, maybe even a little confused. The humiliation hit me like a wave. "If you can't get it up, Sebastian, just say so. You're not the only man in New York capable of giving me what I need. I can find someone else who actually knows how to use one. If we were married, why did I always feel like he was doing me a charity favor? That's not what I mean." Sebastian's voice was dry, cracking. But he didn't make a move.
Didn't shut me up.
Didn't kiss me. Didn't throw me on the bed. Third strike. I grabbed my silk robe from the floor, stood up, and slammed the door so hard the walls shook. I ended up in my best friend Harper's apartment, drowning my sorrows. My phone was vibrating aggressively on the table. "Are you going to answer that?" Harper asked, lighting a cigarette. I gulped down my drink, the alcohol burning my throat. I grabbed my phone and turned it off. Why won't he touch me, Harper? I moaned. Maybe he's gay? I shook my head. In high school, Sebastian dated girls. Men and women alike threw themselves at him, and he rejected them all. Then a thought struck me.